Okay, so there's been rumours that apparently Gervonta Davis has retired from boxing. Sources close to him are saying that he's fed up with the sport and he's going to pack it in. That's it for him. Now, of course, Gervonta Davis is undefeated world champion, multi-weight world champion, a lot of knockouts, made a ton of money in his boxing career, and has got some impressive names on his resume too. But when I hear that Gervonta Davis is retiring, and I think to all the times Floyd Mayweather, quote-unquote, retired, and the amount of times he came back and got even bigger money fights and said he was done with the sport and he didn't need to do anything else. And you know what I mean? We've heard this story before. Not from Tank, but we've seen it from Floyd before. So it really wouldn't surprise me. In fact, I'm almost sure that Gervonta Davis isn't retired from boxing. I think he's too young, still too good, and there's still a lot of big money fights on the table for him. Which is almost like, even if Tank Davis himself says he's retired, I almost don't even want to believe it. Because I'm like, if you're Tank and you're like, yeah, I'm retired. But if a Manny Pacquiao fight becomes available at 140, 147, Gervonta Davis is taking that. If a Devin Haney fight at 140, 147 comes up, he's taking that. If Shakur Stevenson at 135 comes up, he's taking that. If Naoya Inoue wants to move up 2 or 3 weight divisions for a super fight, he's taking that. So I'm like, he's retired for a Lamont Roach rematch, sorry. He's retired for that. That's a hard fight. That's a hard fight. He's retired for that. At least with these other hard fights, you'll be making so much money, you can retire off the back of it anyway. And because he'd be the smaller guy against the Pacquiao, a smaller guy against the Devin Haney, if he loses, he can sort of be like, well, I was coming up in weight classes, like, what do you expect? That's what he would do, but I'm not buying it that Tank Davis is retired. He's retired for a Lamont Roach rematch, but he's not retired for a Pacquiao. He's not retired for a Shakur. He's not retired for a Naoya Inoue super fight. You know, I'd be curious to know what you guys think. Do you think Gervonta Davis is really retired, or do you think it's just hype? They're just trying to sell hype for when he does eventually make his rematch, it's even bigger. They've done this with Floyd so many times. Floyd done this so many times. Like, I'm surprised people actually like believe in this. I know Gervonta Davis is having his legal troubles, whatever. You know, I'm one of these guys. I don't care what you do outside of work. Who am I to judge what you do outside of work, right? So I think he's out of jail now, or he's going to be in jail for a bit. I don't know. I really don't know the ins and outs of his jail case, which is a shame. Because you never want to see a world champion like that go out like that. You want to see a guy, if he gets beat, you don't want to see him get beat by out of ring stuff. If you're gonna get beat in the ring fair and square, right? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what's next for Gervonta Davis, because like I said, I don't think he's retired. I think there's still a ton of huge money fights for him, and if he's up for it, he can make a serious bag. But we'll see what's next with Gervonta Davis. I'd be curious to know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest, and I'm out. Peace.